People always ask me, Mike, how do you keep moving forward as an entrepreneur after 10 years? Well, it's not easy, to be honest with you, but there are 3 things that I use pretty much every day that keep me progressing. And in this video, I want to show you. Hope you like it. Entrepreneurship is so hard. It is so much different than the everyday life of a person. It's lonely. It's not a short-term game. It's something that only you can see. That's not easy. The thing you need more than anything else probably is energy. All right? Now, how do you have the energy? How do you find the energy? Well, you have to understand yourself first, and you have to understand where it comes from. Of course, you got to get your sleep, you got to eat right, but there's an internal struggle that keeps happening, whether you're succeeding or you're failing, and there's energy that comes your way. Probably not the way that you think it should, but it comes your way, and you have to use it. The number one thing that has allowed me to succeed was harnessing anger, okay, and using that as fuel. Anger is something that, people try to hide or try to, bury it down. If you use it in the wrong way, for example, let's just say you take this anger inside of you and you pick fights, all right? That doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do them any good. It doesn't do, it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you financially. It doesn't help your body. It doesn't do anything. But anger is something that we all feel. No matter who you are, I don't care if you're the Pope, anger comes your way. What you do with that anger is really up to you. That is energy. Energy that needs to be harnessed in a certain way. People lying to you, people trying to hold you back, people who have tried to disrupt your path in life, whatever it is, will cause you to be angry. Now, as an entrepreneur, this is going to happen pretty much every day of your life. You're going to run into brick walls. You're going to meet people that are not good people. There are a lot of bad people out there. There are a lot of good people. But as an entrepreneur, you're going to be rejected more than the average person. And that's going to cause an anger inside of you. Some people will get that angry feeling and go hide because they don't like that feeling. I'm telling you, you need to adopt that. Starting from zero, people are not going to want to give you a chance. You will not have the resources that many people around you do, that are born into those resources. It's just part of the game. And it could make you angry inside that you have to try harder. You have to do certain things that other people don't have to do. That's not their fault. And it's not even your fault. It's just how it is. So using what God gives you, all these feelings and all that, it comes your way for a reason. Don't look at it as a negative thing. Look at it as a very, very, very positive thing in this world. Anger coming into your life and harnessed the right way can give you the energy to get over the most difficult times of your career, of your business. And so that anger inside of me, if something doesn't go my way, or if something happens that it's out of my control, or someone has rejected me, it causes these emotions. And I'm going to say, listen, I will not let them win. I will not let the bad guys win. I can't let the bad guys win. I'm going to figure out a way around them, or if I have to, I'll ask if I can go through them. And if they try to stand in my way again, I am going through them. So that's how you have to look at it. It's that adrenaline rush. There are people who are in the fighting world. You become stronger when you use that adrenaline. Now, adrenaline can weaken you because you only have so much you can do with it, and that's, you get tired out a little easier down the road. But there are certain times you need that extra burst to go through something. That's when you call on the anger and you say, hey, whatever bad has happened in my life, remember it, put it back in that brain and say, if I give up, if I don't accomplish this, something, that I don't want to happen is going to happen. And using anger to your advantage is when You're able to separate yourself from the bad guys. You are able to overcome things, fight through things because of what has happened to you in the past. DreamStarters, which is my other company, we help entrepreneurs write books in 30 days or less. It's all about using your story as your competitive advantage. I'm a big believer in using what happened to you in the past, the negatives, and using it for positives in the future. So there's a lot of bad things that has happened to me, but really, those bad things have helped me become the person I am today. And that's important. It's given me the fuel, the energy, the want to keep pushing, keep driving forward. And I highly recommend you do that too. Number 2, playing the game with a chip on your shoulder, having something to prove. I don't know if this can be taught or if it's learned. I don't want to decipher that. It's probably different from person to person. But starting from zero, you're always counted out, okay? If your name's not the famous name, if you don't have the connections, the resources, a lot of people will not give you the time of day. And so rather than the anger part, it's the something to prove part. It's the chip on your shoulder. It's the, well, I'm going to show you part inside of you. And that's crucial also to harness. Always having something to prove. Your job's not ever done. The client's services, you could always do a little bit better. You could always do something a little bit more. You can always go one step further. Now, there are definitely limitations to that, but it's really, really important to have something to prove. Otherwise, would you ever risk your life, your business, your career, your money, your time, your energy into something that you don't, are dead set on proving to the world that it is something that's in your mind and it will work? Just give me time, give me energy, give me a little bit of attention. Having something to prove is so, so important. As a guy that I'm 5'7.5", 5'8", I'm always the shorter guy growing up, and it's just been in my blood. I always wanted to outrun people, outlift people, and think it's always been in me to always want to prove that I could compete or be better. And I don't know if that's the society teaching me that, whether it was just internally, a part of me. I'm not sure. But I will tell you that having something to prove allows me to keep leveling up with my business. We started from zero clients, zero money, zero connections. Now we've worked with over 100 clients. And now we're able to go to seminars and teach people how to build a business from the ground up. Anger, having something to prove. And the third part is truly based on love of what I do. If I did not love it, I wouldn't fight for it as much. Probably would fight for it, but I just wouldn't fight to the death. When you fall out of love with something, you don't want to go to practice. You don't want to do the little things. You just go through the motions. And you kind of turn yourself off a little bit. Your eyes go other places. And I love it. I love what I do. I love being an entrepreneur. I love going out, meeting people. We're going to Nashville this week to meet individuals, working with clients all over the world. I love the uncertainty, the unknown of entrepreneurship. I just love the game. I love it so much that I'm willing to fight for it every day of my life, willing to risk everything for it. So yes, I get by because of anger, because I get by because of something to prove, but I succeed and get by because I love the process. And I think anybody out there who's starting a business, especially from zero, you have to love it. There are people out there who say you don't have to love what you do, you just have to be great at it. As an entrepreneur, it's different compared to like a sales world. When it's your business, you really, really, really do have to love it. Otherwise, you'll give up. The unknowns, the uncertainty, the rejection, the anger that comes your way, would you really, really keep pushing forward if you didn't love it, if you didn't want the end result? I wouldn't. So love of what you do, love of your business, love of your industry, love of freedom, that has to be a part of it. So I think it comes down to the, highs and lows, where you really do have to be on one side of the spectrum. You got to do it for the pure passion and love. another part is the dark side inside of you that you have to convert and use to your advantage. So there are two different sides of the spectrum that you are using, and it sounds very contradictory, but it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. You know, use what comes your way. Everybody has emotions. If you don't have emotions, then you're like a computer. Now, those emotions come your way for a reason, and it's up to you of how to handle them. You know, a lot of people get depressed in life because they hate their job or who they're with or not on the right path. You either take a pill or you quit the job, get out of the relationship, and make a move. It's easier to take a pill than to go after that dream life of yours. You know, it's easier to get angry and then go pick a fight than it is to use that anger to, you know, sustain a business for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. It's how you look at things. And anybody out there, if you're starting from zero, use anger, use the something to prove gene inside of you, and use the love of what you're doing and what you want to accomplish to your advantage. And you will always, always have the energy to keep leveling up. Stay tuned for more videos. I hope you like it. We're all about helping people build it from the ground up. We want to call out the people who are the real deal and who are full of shit. Stay tuned for more, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you got anything from it, please like it and share it. For more tips and advice on branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or for anyone who's looking to build it from the ground up, stay tuned for more.